Om. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Yoga Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashabhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मयोग विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ज्ञान योगयुक्त ज्ञान साधना द्वारा आत्म कैवल्य प्राप्ति आत्मानुभूति प्राप्त्यर्थम स्वरूप प्रतिष्ठा प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य व्यास भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं कैवल्यार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ योग दर्शनाचार्याणां स्मरणं नमनं प्रार्थना। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम कपिलमहर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम पतंजलि महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम व्यास महर्षये नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रम चतुर्थः पादः कैवल्यपादः। सूत्राणि कर्म अशुक्ल अकृष्णं योगिनः त्रिविधम् इतरेषां ततः तद्विपाका व्यवहितानामपि आनन्तर्यं स्मृतिसंस्कारयोः एकरूपत्वात् तासाम् अनादित्वं च आशिषः नित्यत्वात् हेतुफलाश्रय आलम्बनैः संगृहीतत्वात् येषाम् अभावे तद् अभावः अतीत अनागतं स्वरूपतः अस्ति अध्वभेदात् धर्माणाम्। Friends, the subject under discussion in this fourth Kaivalya Pada of Patanjali Yoga Darshanam is Siddhis. First aimed at Siddhi is achieved through the 5 techniques, 4 and the 1. Among them, in the effort of trying to achieve Siddhis, in the 5th sadhana of Samadhi Abhyasa, because all the ashayas get destroyed, removed, he becomes fit for the higher Samadhi sadhanas and Kaivalya. While entering into this topic, all siddhis achieved by other methods, the topic is closed. That was at the lower level. अब हो गया, उसका बता दिया, समझ गए ना, अब उसकी जरूरत नहीं, अब come here. Then you must therefore try through the Samadhi Abhyasa for the Kaivalya Prapti. If you don't do it, you will be caught up. Okay? Caught up in what? The karma only. And therefore, the topic of karma is taken up. Again for the Siddha Purusha and also the other three Purushas. Therefore, we are introduced with the four types of karma. Krishna karma, Krishna Shukla karma, Shukla karma, Ashukla Krishna karma. Isn't it? Krishna karma is for Duratma, the negative activities. Krishna Shukla karma is for the samsari. Duratma is also part of samsari, but little worst is. Then Shukla karma is for the yogi who is in the sadhana patha, whose attention is only on tapaswadhyaya and dhyanadi sadhanas. He is in the process of unfoldment. And the one who is unfolded, who is a Siddha Purusha, here Vyasa Bhagwan in the Bhashya refers as sannyasi. His karmas are neither punya category nor the papa category. Therefore, Ashukla Akrishna. No punya because no phala sakti. No papa because he will not touch that papa karma at all. Karma Ashukla Akrishnam Yoginaha Trividham Itaresham. Having said so, we are talking about the gross karma. But this gross karma is coming from the subtler layers, isn't it? So those subtler layers are taken for the discussion. The two subtler layers are, one is at the antakarana level, second is inside it called as the vasana level. These 4-5 sutras are discussing this topic. Having seen in the 7th sutra, karma shuklam akrishnam yogina trividam itaresham, which we have explained now, and then 8th mantra is what we are referred to. Tataha tad vipaka anugunanam eva abhivyaktihi vasananam. So here is where we have to be little attentively grasp the point. Tad vipaka anugunanam eva abhivyaktihi vasananam. In this sutra, the main point we caught is the connection, mutual relation between these three things. And all these three are because of avidya of the Atman. वो बाद में भी बताएंगे. What is it? कि वासना, कामना, karma. Vasana, kamana, karma. In this chakra only we continue when there are the ashayas are stronger. जिनका आशय नहीं है, he will not be in this chakra, therefore he can go for kaivalya. In the samadhi abhyas as per yoga, Vedanta mein through meditation vicharana. That is why here it is said in the Bhashya Misa, taditi trividhat karmanaha tad vipaka anugunanam eva iti. See, yat jatiyasya karmanaha, yat jatiyasya karmanaha means which type of karma he has done. Other than Ashukla Krishna, the three. Yat jatiyasya karmanaha, let us say he has done the Nindita Dushita Krishna karma. Obviously, yo vipakaha, that becomes the vipaka in him. Therefore, tasya anugunaha ya vasanaha. Accordingly, only those vasanas are made. Then karma vipakam anusherate. Then those vasanas, when they get stronger or time to express comes fructified, again that type of thoughts only come. They prompt us to do that work. So it is cycle. Vasana, kamana, karma, karma phala bhoga, again vasana, kamana, karma phala ityarasi. Okay. Here, the karma samskara are two types. That we have to little carefully understand. थोड़ा सा आज नया thought. The two types of karma samskaras are, one is when we do various karmas, because of which we get jati ayuhu bhoga. You know, we are born there, we live such a long time, and these are the sukha dukkha are due to us. These are all result as karma. इसको कहें कर्म परिपाक, कर्म विपाक, कर्म फल. इसमें when we have the experience of sukha dukkha, फल का जो अनुभव करते हैं ना, उस अनुभवों का जो संस्कार इम्प्रिंट होते हैं, they are called as vasanas. Therefore, samskara is the common word. Then we have to say the karma samskara, then vasana samskara. Karma samskara lead to jati ayur bhoga, then the anubhava samskaras lead to vasanas. Like I scolded somebody, it's a karma. इसके कारण मेरा जाति आयुर भोग होंगे. Then I experienced something, sukha or dukkha, at that time by scolding him, etc. That anubhuti gives the vasana. तो अनुभवों के कारण वासनाएं होते हैं, कर्मों के कारण जाति आयुर्भोग बनाने वाले संस्कार होते हैं. बोथ आर संस्कार ओनली. सो इसलिए कर्म संस्कार, वासना संस्कार. कर्म से कर्म संस्कार लीडिंग टू जाति आयुर्भोग, अनुभवों से वासना संस्कार, prompting us to have those desires according to those vasanas. Obviously, when vasana expresses as desire, we are forced to do karma. We can't be without doing karma. Then that karma gives to jati ayurbhoga. In that bhoga kala, when you experience it, it becomes vasana. So that is the thing said here. Yad jatiyasya karmanaha yo vipakaha tasyanugunaha ya vasanaha karma vipaka manusherate tasam eva avivyaktihi. They only, those vasanas only get as the desires, prompt us to the work. Those works only force us to have those type of jati ayur bhoga. So इसमें मेन पॉइंट क्या है कि नथिंग इज हैपनिंग एक्सीडेंटली. Everything is happening in connection with each other as a result. And therefore, we have always the choice to continue in this thraldom only. We always have a choice to eject out of it. ये वाले गंभीर बात को पकड़ने का कोशिश करना. ओके. किंतु हियर एग्जाम्पल इज गिवन फॉर दिस पॉइंट कि जो जो भी संस्कार है उसका जब व्यक्तिकरण होता है, among all the three, the other things get dormant, waiting for their opportunity time to come to express. That means what? They have not gone away permanently. एग्जाम्पल का देखो, इसी एग्जाम्पल को आगे सूत्र में बढ़ाएंगे कि नहीं दैवम कर्म विपच्यमानम. Let us say, I have done or you have done some karma because of which दैव शरीर has come to us. So दैवम कर्म विपच्यमान मतलब दैवीय कर्म का फल दैवीय शरीर मिला. But that doesn't mean that jiva has not got the नरक में भेजने वाला कर्म, पाप कर्म, और तिर्यंग योनि में जाने वाला कर्म, और मनुष्य का कर्म और वासना. ये नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. बट दे वोंट एक्सप्रेस इन द दैवीय शरीर. Therefore, where do they go? They stay dormant. Now, this explanation, this discussion is for two reasons. One is to answer a question. When you look at somebody who absolutely appear to be divine and suddenly does something which is unexpected out of him. In the same way, a person who is expected to be very bad and terrorist type suddenly does the dana karma and sadguna karma and gives up that profession only, and he becomes like so many of the Naxalites become the approvers. हमारे तेलंगाना में तो एक माता तो सब छोड़कर शी इज ए मोस्ट प्रोमिनेंट एमएलए ओनली नाउ, शी इज ए मिनिस्टर. One is to answer this question. Second is again to alert us. Therefore, not even one action of the body or mind or speech you should take for granted. It is going to become vasana or samskara to give you that result. At what time it gives, you don't know. Be careful. They were never involved in those karmas which create those negative asanas. To create that alertness in us, this subject matter is so deeply discussed. And we are responsible for that. So amidst all my Narakiya Asuri Vasanas and life, if I am living or thinking or doing something noble or divine, they are going to come as a result sometime. In the same way, amidst all my doing divine works, whatever the devilish things I do or do संकल्प और all, ये फिर अपना टाइम एक गलत टाइम पे अपना रिजल्ट दिखाएंगे. Then what to do therefore? All the time involve in the positive only. So that positive samskara only are made and they alone prompt us again and again to do the positive. And for all of that, we are responsible. The Shastra, the Guru, tells us this knowledge, gives us all this knowledge and information. Using that knowledge, then we decide what do we want. चलने दो कोई राक्षस भी बन जाऊं, चलो राक्षसीय कर्म करूंगा. Then it is you are the one who have done. नहीं ऐसा नहीं, दैवीय करना है. Like yesterday in that Tripura Rasyam 21st. What a beautiful no? Hey, Nrupaputra, Nrupaputra, Brahmarakshasa, Brahmarakshasa. There are more than 30 questions and answers happened between Rajaputra, Brahmarakshasa. Every one of them answered by the Rajaputra. When the final question is answered, immediately that Brahmarakshasa disappears. In this place, a Divya Purusha comes. Then these fellows surprise both brothers. How come? Then he tells, I'm a Mahagnani and all that. So I have done this one to those people, those Brahmanas insult किया, उन्होंने मन को श्राप दिया, जाकर ब्रह्म राक्षस बन. Then I asked for forgiveness. I asked for redemption. He said the same questions with which he got an arrogance. When you ask them, some Rajaputra will come and answer, then तुमको मुक्ति हो जाएगा. Kahani is that. But what is relevant point to us is, he has done some Brahma Rakshasa karma out of inadvertence. Therefore, he has got that yoni and suffered for such a long time. Therefore, one look of us, one thought of us, one word of us, one movement of us doesn't go waste in creating its result, karma vipaka, and coming back to us only. Now, this is a point both ways. It is most advantageous also because then keep on doing good things, good only will come to us. We are afraid when you listen to such thought only when we are impure in our heart and we want to do the bad things. But if we are matured to the stage of do not want to do bad and want to do the good one, for us this sentence or this system or this setup made by the Lord is a blessing only. है ना, भला कीजिए भला होगा, बुरा कीजिए बुरा होगा, सजन रे झूठ मत बोलो, भगवान के पास जाना है. But what people talk or do is only superficial without going into depth. Like now, because we are studying Shastra, for us, bhakti is not a superficial word or meaning. For us, Viveka Vairagya are not superficial words or meanings because we have understood the Shastriya meaning. For us, what is Jiva is not a superficial word said. We know how the Jiva formed. For us, the Brahman is not only word of three aksharas. We know Brahman, Brahmiswarup and Tadastha Lakshana because of this study of Shastras. In the same way, अच्छा करो अच्छा होगा, बुरा करो बुरा होगा, वो ऊपर ऊपर करते लोग कहते हैं. But how is it? This is the theory. That anything done becomes the samskara and that alone expresses at the horizon, the mind level, prompting us to do that. Therefore, if I am having these desires today and forcing to do this action, those vasanas I developed in the past inadvertently. You can't avoid it. But then you can change them slowly. यही हमको आजकल वशिष्ठ जी भी शाम के क्लास में बता रहे. These two texts are going together so much. All texts are going together all the time simultaneously only. सेम वे नाउ यहाँ कहते हैं किंतु इस तरह से क्या कहा एग्जाम्पल में व्हेन आई एम इन दैव शरीर बिकॉज ऑफ दैव कर्म फल हैज कम कि नहीं दैवम कर्म विवच्यमानम एट द टाइम नारक तिर्यंग मनुष्य वासना अभिव्यक्ति निमित्तम भवति तो नरक तिर्यंग मनुष्य इन तीनों योनियों में जो अनुभव होते हैं उस अनुभव के कारण रूपी वासनाएं इन द दैव शरीर दे कांट फाइंड प्लेस टू एक्सप्रेस convenience to express but they stay therefore after the daiva sharira karma is over whichever is predominant that sharira is given और इसको लेकर ना किसी को हमें नजरअंदाज भी नहीं करना किसी को महान भी नहीं मानना क्योंकि कौन कब बनेगा अपने कर्म संस्कार के कारण पता नहीं सेम इज विथ आवरसेल्व्स टुडे आई मे बी गुड but tomorrow if my vasanas are negative and they are expressing I may be bad तो इसलिए कोई भी किसी को भी ऐसे पक्का लेबल नहीं करना a mahan saintly looking person also can appear to be doing the sin work a sinner also can appear as saint अंदर स्टॉक क्या है नहीं पता किसी को इसलिए anybody's any behavior should not be worried हाँ we have to protect we have to take the precautionary measures from any damages happening that's obvious common sense but other than that forming opinions tensed and worried need not be more than that attend to yourself what is happening in you from that understand what vasanas are there which gather from million lives therefore this type of behavior therefore slowly I have to change my actions by that change the vasanas to positive so that my thoughts also are all positive at the same time never ever give chance to the negative ones दिस डिसीजन लेने के लिए ये सारा डेटा ये सारा नॉलेज अब डाटा नॉलेज ले लो सोच लो अब डिसाइड करो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज वंस डिसाइडेड अवॉइड इन इट ये बंदा 24 घंटे भजन करता है नाम लेता है भगवान का ऐसा कैसा हो रहा है और ये बंदा हमेशा टॉक्स अबाउट ड्रिंक्स एंड ईटिंग्स एंड ऑल द काम एंड भोगा why is it he entertained only those things therefore those vasanas are in him this banda went on going to guru the satsang and all so those vasanas in him their own family setup is like that grandparents are like that ऐसा उसमें ही एक्सपोज होकर वो बच्चा इतना आध्यात्मिक बना ये उसका घर वाले ऐसे ही है खुद ही ऐसा है तो उसका राक्षस बना इस तरह सी इन द सेम वे किंतु दैवानुगुणा एव अस्य वासना व्यज्यन्ते ओके व्यज्यन्ते मीन्स व्यक्त होते हैं दैवानुगुण वासनास ओनली गेट एक्सप्रेस्ड इन द देव शरीर व्हेन द देव शरीर रिजल्टिंग कर्मास परिपाक हो गए एट द टाइम तिर्यक मनुष्य नरक वाले हैं अंदर अभी एक्सप्रेस्ड नहीं यही एक्सप्रेस होगा वो अपने टाइम then apply the thing to other three also naraka tiryang manusheshu cha evam samanah charchaha so to when I am in now manushya yoni to deva tiryang and the naraka yoni wale if at all I have samskara they are not expressing now manushya ka hi hai main point to understand is they won't get destroyed either in Atma Jnana you have to get destroyed them or we have to go through them only. There's no other way. Otherwise they have to express only. So too there are some pashus. पशु योनि में है वो वाला जीव बट उसके अंदर नारका मनुष्य एंड देव these three samskaras will be there when they have to express they express if at all there possibilities बताया लेकिन कंपलसरी नहीं बोल रहे अगर बनाया होता ऐसे वाले संस्कार तो अपने समय में व्यक्त होते हैं ऐसा कोई गारंटी नहीं है बट संभावना है बस अदरवाइज इन एवरी पशु दैवीय संस्कार है ऐसा कंक्लूड मत करो अगर है तो वो तब एक्सप्रेस होंगे नॉट नाउ व्हेन ही इज इन द पशु योनि दैट्स द अंडरस्टैंडिंग नाउ कम्स द नेक्स्ट वेरी क्रूशियल सूत्र कि as we now said none of the jati desha kala vyavahitatvam removes that vasanas. Same thought which we were discussing. Vyavahita means antaraya. Avyavahita means with avyavahita means interrupted. Avyavahita is non-interrupted. है ना? Like you are doing some work, suddenly phone came. So when you lift the phone, what has happened to these works? The interruption happened, he lifted the phone. But at that time in his mind about the work, the thought is there. अब वो अंतराय चला गया, फोन रख दिया, again he goes back to the karma. In the same way here also, when one is expressing, other get interrupted, they won't express. Where उनका टाइम आता है तो they express. In any case, we cannot avoid them. Therefore, be careful. So, Jati, I'm chanting the 9th sutra. We'll study tomorrow. Jati, Desha, Kala, Vyavahitanam api Anantaryam Smriti Samskara Yoho Ekarupatvato. So, Jati, Desha, Kala, Vyavahitanam api Anantaryam Smriti Samskara Yoho Ekarupatvato. So, Jati, Desha, Kala, Vyavahita. So, Jati or Desha, Kala are not conducive now for the expression of those things. Still, Anantaryam. Anantaryam means what? Not that they are removed today. They are removed just because they are not finding the way to express now. Why? Because the samskara ही जो अंदर डीपली हिडन है, जब सही समय आएगा और स्मृति रूप में एक्सप्रेस होकर, स्मृति इज थॉट्स एक्सप्रेस होकर हमको वो वाला काम कराते. So this sutra with Bhashya and study, it becomes little more, which we will do tomorrow. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarishibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. So towards